Hopefully you're doing good as much as me. You're doing great. My screen is a bit bad, I believe. Why it's bad? Is this problem here? Yes, it's problem here. Sorry, give me a second. Yes, now I'm feeling much better, much comfortable. How is everyone? Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. How is everyone today? Welcome. This is Ali, and today we are going to talk about IELTS and the common mistakes that might occur to any student that about or took the exam. So, how is everyone? I hope you're doing good today. I hope you're doing well and healthy, keeping yourself up to the level that we all want, complete health and complete positive and energy. So, how is everyone today? How are you? How are you? Are you good? Are you well? Are you uh, ready for our lesson? Today we're going to talk about a multiple stuff that some of our students have a problem with, and others doing pretty good job avoiding it, but there are still like few mistakes between now and then, you know. Thank you, Mr. Mahmed. You too have a good day. Thank you so much. I hope you're good. You're fine. Perfect. Mr. Jemre, very good. I'm very well. I'm very well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate your asking. Mr. Shamil says, I'm good, man. How are you? I'm pretty good. What's up? I'm very good. Thank you. Um, Mr. Jemre is ready. Very good. I'm ready too. And, you know, it's IELTS, but I want to start it with the little, you know, something to keep you, you know, inspired and understand. Welcome, Miss Angelica. Welcome. Welcome, Miss Halima. Hi, how are you? How is everyone? Oh, Mr. Mehmed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know. Miss Jemre, sorry. Omed, hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. I hope you all well, and I hope you all healthy, and I hope you will enjoy today's lesson. And I want you also to write notes if you would like that, and if you're not liking writing notes, this video will be uploaded after 2 hours or 1 hour from the live stream, so you can check it afterwards and you can save it. And yes, if you like it, please like, and if you don't like it, please like. I'm joking. And please try to share it if it's beneficial for you. I'm very good, Miss Halima. Thank you so much for asking. I'm very well. Thank you. You know, I have my orange juice here. Life is pretty good. You know, we are at home quarantine, so I'm very good. Thank you for asking. Okay, so let's start. I want to start just like from the basic, from the top. Uh, Today's lesson is IELTS common mistakes tips. So basically, common mistakes. Those are the mistakes that students did, and we are here trying to make you avoid and not to commit the same mistakes that the students uh, did before. Thank you, Miss Halima. Thank you. I will. Now, when we go to mistake, uh, for me, IELTS is more like a understanding the essential things about the language, and that's why IELTS is you know, very very famous all around the globe, where people take it to study or so on and so on. Now, uh, let's talk about mistakes. I put this quotation for you here, if you can read it with me, guys, by Paul J. Meyer. He says, consider every mistake you do, make as an asset. Consider every mistake you do, make as an asset. Asset, which means something valuable, something very precious, means something. So we are using mistakes sometimes in a bad way, which is a word in a bad way, but this word has so much positivity, and at the same time has so much, the idea of it is more uh, making you better if you use this mistake. So here he say basically mistakes are important, and every mistake you will do, it will be very, very important and very valuable, because you will lose points afterwards, and that would be bad. We can put it on our IELTS, Paul Meyer says. And we have here also John Paul says that we are learning from mistakes. That's what I'm trying to put it in simple words for you. And another writer here, Phyllis Thero, she says that mistakes are actually a bridge between inexperience and wisdom. So let's not take the word mistakes or a mistake in a bad concept, because we can learn so much from it. And always remember that uh, a mistake will always be mistake, and it will be nothing if we are not learning from those mistakes. Now, I wanted to start this way because I want to understand you, make you understand the fact that mistakes are not always bad. We can learn so much from our mistakes, and we can be much powerful, much stronger, with knowledge and credibility and everything in our life. Uh, so, finishing the part with mistakes, here I would like to share with you 5 common mistakes in IELTS writing, and I believe they are making you quite, this is where are you losing a lot of points when you are going into your IELTS. Welcome, Miss Yasmin, welcome. Now, I have 5 common mistakes. I wouldn't like to put all the 2 hours for just mistakes, but I have 1 or 2, in this case 5 mistakes that students might stumble upon, and I don't want you to do that. So let's start with the simple little stuff here. Number one, and I am talking, of course, about mistakes with writing, because this is where I notice so much students have a problem with organizing and everything. So I prepare for you 5 common mistakes when it comes to writing. Now, remember, we can overcome those mistakes by practice, by working hard, by committing to ourselves, that we're going to read more, that we're going to write more, that we are going to listen more, that we are going to speak more. And all the tactics that I'm trying to explain with you here today is to improve your IELTS ability, or in general English. So this class is appropriate if you are let's say, if you are starting a very good B1 to B2 and upper intermediate, and of course IELTS. So welcome again, and let's get started to our 5 common mistakes that might occur. Number one is this one, the one that I highlighted with a yellow color. Let me make it big for you so that it can be more, it can sink in more. Remember, IELTS does not want you to impress the reader, doesn't want you to put so much words or so much vocabularies or so much idioms to your writing just to show that I know English language. You will not, welcome Ms. Khan, you will not be evaluated upon using a long complicated sentences as I wrote here. You will not be evaluated upon that. You will not be evaluated on idioms. However, idioms can give you extra points. Okay, keep that in mind. but using idioms in a wrong places and function them in a sentence or in a paragraph where it must not be functioned the way they are. So you are trying too hard. This is the point. What do you mean by I'm trying too hard? I'll explain to you. But as we know, trying too hard is always good, if you know what I mean. Like trying our best, fighting. And like yesterday, I was talking to my students. I mentioned like for survival, we need to fight and so on. So if you want to have a very good score in IELTS, you need to work too hard. But in this case, with writing here, I don't recommend that you are trying too hard. Try to be simple. Like, what are you trying to do with the writing is you try to write something so that the reader, the evaluator, will understand what are you writing, and it is very important that he understand the concept, he understands the idea, he understands the body paragraph, he understands the topic sentence, he understands the supporting ideas, he understands the comma, he understands the period, so that he can read comfortably without any exhaustion, and he also understands that you are understanding what are you writing without any throwing ideas all over the place. Yeah, we use that where we say you are all over the place, which means you don't know what to say or you don't know what to write or so on. So big words. I will get to that. I have actually uh, here, here, I have two paragraphs which are the similar meaning, but here we have a differences with where I am talking about a long complicated sentences, as I said here. Let me highlight it for you here. Let me put it in a green color here, idioms and big words. Like, okay, I will get to double whammy and I get to redundant in a minute. But for now, let's read this together and let's see what we can get from it. Welcome, Ms. Khan, Mr. Mert. I suppose you're trying to do with hard way, isn't it? Yes, like you are trying too hard. No, it's the same as it is. There's no like deep thought to it. It's just like you are trying too hard to impress the reader, which something that you should not do if you are not really containing your language and capable. So let's read this together. I prepared this paragraph for you. Let's read this together. The CEO tenure at the company was abbreviated due to his reluctance to integrate more females into upper managerial posts, thereby drawing the ire of the board, who consequently revealed him of his duties. Now, let's give it a little thought a bit. Yes, I believe we have someone naughty on our live stream. He's just repeating the Just English recommendation. Yes, so the CEO tenure at the company was abbreviated due to his reluctance to integrate more females into upper managerial posts, thereby drawing the ire of the board, who consequently revealed him of his duties. Now, as you see this word, now if you understand this words, if you have the ability to write such kind of paragraph, then I am not worried about you. I am sure you're going to bring a very high score in IELTS, and you are capable of writing and communicating in using the English language. But let's understand something. If you are not capable of such, and I'm not trying to lower your self-esteem or anything, but if you're not capable of making a paragraph such as this one, where for example, you have here this word tenor, which kind of mean a position or a time of the company. Abbreviation. Now, abbreviated, some students are very common with the word abbreviation. So if I want to use this word and I want to show the reader that I am completely and utterly good, I would say abbreviation, but it's a noun. So I should not use it in a position as I used right now when I put it in a past tense, abbreviated. Now, such mistakes might occur using big words in a different places. Now, that's what I wrote here, big words. This is a big word, I completely agree with you, but you need to understand that using a big words to show the reader that you are capable, but you are using it in a bad way, that's what we call it a double whammy. As this is a little something for you. Double whammy. So basically, double whammy is you writing something, you have no idea how to employ it in your sentence in a good way, and you also lose the track of everything and you will put everything in the wrong place. So that's a double whammy. So don't have a double whammies. That's what we used to say, and we're still saying it. And this one of the words that I want to talk about, and reluctance. This is a big word. Integrated, also here managerial posts, thereby it's very, very good word here. Now here I wrote this word is an old-fashioned word which is not used commonly. Maybe you cannot find it a lot in nowadays English language, but it can be used. There is no harm if you have that knowledge. Then here revealed him of his duties. Now this sentence, as you see, it's a high advanced sentence with a perfect and excellent attempt of a high and big words vocabularies, a long complicated sentences, no problem. Let's read this sentence together. Now remember, those two sentences are exactly the same meaning, but I'm trying to show you a point. So let's see here. The CEO's time was cut short because he wouldn't promote women to top positions, which angered the board, who then fired him. Like as you're seeing right now, tenor here comes as time, and at the company we said the CEO tenor at the company. Now this is why we're talking about redundant, which means unnecessary. Words are unnecessary. Now the CEO, when you say the CEO, by the way, stands for Chief Executive Officer, and we don't need to say at the company because he is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer. So in this case, we don't need that one. So it's redundant. So as I wrote here into brackets, less is more. So as much as you write less words, because the CEO just reveals the fact the CEO is the head, he is the chairman, he is the chief of a company. So writing at the company does not actually add anything to your writing. So this is one of the things I want you to understand. Now the high words is as used tenor. Maybe you know tenor, maybe you don't know. You can check a dictionary and you can find out that tenor, or tenor, the way you read it, is actually a position or so on. So here it can give the same meaning as time. Was abbreviated due his reluctance. was cut short because he wouldn't promote women to top position. The women to top position is integrate more females into upper managerial posts. He wouldn't promote women positions. And here we talked about IRA here, the IRA of the board. The board is basically a committee in the company which basically they are responsible for firing or hiring, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me please. Thank you, Mr. Khan, appreciate it. Don't be naughty on our live stream. They will delete your comment. Yes, it's correct, Mr. Khan. Thank you. So here, IRA of board. You can use this word, and this is like anger. Okay? I want to point something out, which is this one. Anger. This one is angered. Now, as a comparison of the two sentences, IRA, the IRA, and angered. Now, if you have no idea what is IRA and you don't want to write IRA, that would not be a problem. But when you write angered, here, when you write this simple sentence, here you are showing to the reader, to the evaluator, that you are capable, that you are understanding your language in a way that the word anger, you put it in a past tense. Now that's one of the things I really recommend to understand. Understanding the language, sorry, understanding the language where you can manipulate it in any way that you like it, like a board with the game or anything, that would be amazing for the reader and to the evaluator to understand that, okay, this man or this lady are capable of their language. So again, it's not about using a long, complicated sentences. It's much more using a simple words and maybe attempting big words, but you need to understand where and how to use those words. Now, if you ask me, I am just taking the word here, understand it, and put it in an essay or a paragraph. That's not a problem. My problem is, where are you putting it in the paragraph? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it a past tense verb? Are we putting in a past participle? What type of word is that? Is an adjective, verb, object? What part of the speech is the word? This is something you need to know. Otherwise, you will end up with a very low score in IELTS. Angered here, if I want to correct an essay of any students, which I already did, and some of them are very good, others not so well, I noticed that they are having that knowledge, those ideas about the language where they can manipulate the words to their own uh, speaking skills so that they can provide a good essay. Angered is amazing. Now, relieved him of his duties, fired him. Relieved him of his duties, fired him, which means he's out of the company. Now, we can learn a lot from the first one. First thing is, don't try too hard to impress your reader. Don't try too hard to impress your evaluator. Try to put an idea in your essay, in your body paragraph, so that the reader can understand it and they can relate to what are you saying. Okay, and that's quite important, and you need to keep yourself to that level of understanding. Showing more can be bad. That's why I said here, less is more. Now, I own a YouTube channel, and I can do a little comparison. Like when I make videos, I try to make 10-minute videos, 15-minute videos, thinking that those videos can get me high viewers, can get me a large platform of viewers so that they can be exposed to my content. But what I understood is less is more. So making the video less, making the people want to listen to it, want to find out what it is. Now, this is might be a wrong ideology, but I'm trying to tell you that less is always more, especially if you work so hard for the little less to produce something big and more. Thank you, Mr. Alaz. Thumbs up. Okay, so first one, I hope you get it. We talked about long, complicated sentences. We talked about big words. Now let's talk about idioms. This word is used a lot. This is an idiom, by the way, a double-edged sword. A double-edged sword, basically, it's a sword. Let's put it this way, sword. And this edge are sharp. Okay? Which means, if I want to put it in a sentence, I would say I have two situations. One of them is positive, the other one is negative. This is what the double-edged swords mean. Now, I have some students who are aware of this idioms and they are using this idiom, but sometimes they use it in a wrong way. Besides other idioms that we can find, let's say this is I actually I discuss with my students couch surf, and there is a lot of other idioms. Now, writing them will not be a problem, but writing them in the wrong place or writing them to describe completely different perspective for your reader, that would be a problem. Okay, so know your idioms, know where to use them, know how to use them, and be careful when you use them. Because idioms, I write those little things so that you can remind me of what I want to tell you. Writing idioms can get you a higher score, but the effect is opposite. It can get you less score if you use them badly. So I don't want you to do that. Check the idioms that you have. There is a lot of idioms that we can find, and it can be very interesting to know a lot of idioms when it comes to your knowledge of English. I really prefer that you check British English idioms, because this is what you are going to listen with the listening parts in IELTS, a British accents. I'm not very sure if there is another accent, but that's I'm certain of. British accent will be occurred there, and it's very important to understand. Now, as I said to you, we have 5 common mistakes. I wrote a paragraph here, which I took from essay, and here are the 5 things that I want you to focus on. Okay, now I'm writing near them few stuff that it can remind you of what I'm trying to point out for you, but this would be a good something for you. So we have here the title, which is Parents Make the Best Teachers. I don't know, some of you might agree or disagree with this argument, with this title of this paragraph, but I don't know. We have our own ideas. Parents make the best teachers. Now, this is an essay written by students, and I want to discuss with you, and we can check to everything, and we need to understand it carefully. Firstly, comma. Yes, Miss Gemma, I agree too. Parents know their child best, comma, including what he likes and doesn't like, comma, such as books he likes to read, comma, or favorite science topics, period. Parents can also talk to the child's teachers and find out from them how to help him at home. They can also monitor how much TV he watches Cutting down on this might help his concentration. Let's understand the sentence together. First, parents know their children. Okay, this is good. They know their children, including what he likes and doesn't like. Okay, they know their children, and including of that is what he likes and doesn't like. Okay, such as books he likes to read. Okay, books he likes to read. So he know what he like, doesn't like. So the first two sentences here, are basically the parents know their children and they know what like, what they don't like. Other part is such as books they likes to read or favorite science topics and so on. As you notice here, there is or and comma. I don't understand why. Then here, comma, and starting. Parents can also talk to the child's teacher and find out from him. Now, parents can also talk with child's teacher. This is about knowing the child. This is about knowing the child. So this might be comes with the first sentence here. Parents know their children best. Parents can talk to the child's teacher because this is how they know their children best. Do you understand me? So now we have the first paragraph as I underlined. Parents know their children best. Perfect. Including what he likes, movies and stuff. Then he come back again and he's talking about parents can also talk about children's teachers. Now, the sentence here, you are throwing two ideas together. For example, first one is parents know their child best. Okay, perfect. Then you gave examples for book and science. Then you came here and you said again that child's teacher also they can know. So why you don't mix them together? Why don't you mix them together? Your ideas should not be separated like this. And find out from them how to help him at home. This is the whole sentence need to be up. They can also monitor how much TV he watches. They can monitor how much TV he watches. This is about controlling his environment or so on. So this is not about knowing the teacher, knowing your child. This is not about example. This is a whole different something. And cutting down on this might help his concentration. Now the use of this, cutting down on this, cutting down on TV, you mean? While you can combine those two sentences together to perform a very nice and smooth sentence, you completely confused the reader. The way I see it, I got confused. Perfect. So I got confused. Like, what are you trying to say? And why those ideas are separate from each other? Why? And why after that you talked about monitoring the TV and cutting on it, make them more concentrated? There is no connecting in ideas. Let's go to number 2 first. Number 2 is no topic sentence. Now, as an IELTS student, you need to understand that when you write, there is a way to write your essay or paragraph or article or whatever you want to call it. The first part is the topic sentence. The topic sentence, which means here you are showing to the reader that this is what you are going to discuss. And this topic sentence need to end with a period. Now, why you're telling me, why are you so obsessed with period? Because it's important. This is how I will read. I will stop. I will breathe. Then I will continue. And when I say comma, this is half a breath. Like when I read period, I will finish my all breath. Then I continue. When I go to comma, this is half breath. Then I will continue afterwards. This topic sentence is important, essential. You need to understand it. Now, as an IELTS student, you need to understand each part of the essay that you are writing. How many paragraphs, how many words, the topic sentence, the introduction, the main ideas. Let me do this way for you. The main ideas, and each idea you need to support it with more ideas. 3 ideas and supporting it. Now, let's talk about the other essay, not the first one, the other essay. So how you will understand that, again, check your instructor, your writing, and tell him or tell her that this is the case and you need to understand how you did this and that, and continue. And that's quite important. Thank you, Miss Emil. And this is quite important because if you don't know how to organize and what you should write first and second and in the middle and the conclusion part and the connecting words that you are going to use, there is no point whatsoever of your writing. You see, as much as you organize your writing, as much as you try to make the reader comfortable when he reads with your punctuation markers and everything, that's more score for you. Okay? So, no topic sentence, that's something we should fix. This is the sentence, the topic sentence. This is what you're talking about. This is the title. Parents make the best teachers. So, as you said, firstly, parents know their child best. This is your topic sentence. Now, you are going to talk about how they will know, how they know their child best. And you're going to talk about examples of that. Maybe your own experience, you can add it. And after that, you can give an advice or give an opinion and afterwards. However, I really recommend that you can express your opinion only in a conclusion part of your essay, because expressing your opinion in different paragraphs can actually conflict the ideas for the reader. Like, you have this here, an idea, then you have an idea here. Why don't you all put your all ideas together in the conclusion? That will give it very understandable for the reader. Okay, this is all he discussed, he talked about, very nice. But after, in the end, the conclusion need to be your opinion, your experience, if you like so. So here we are talking about topic sentence. So no topic sentence, this is confusion. And even here I wrote period. You need to let your reader, from the first sentence, you need to let your reader to know what are you going to discuss from all your paragraph. This is an important skill that you need to master. Number 2, we talked about the ideas. Too many ideas. It's perfect. It's amazing that you have a lot of ideas. It's amazing that you are putting them on paper. But remember, we are talking about IELTS. You need to perfect. Let's not go with perfect. Let's say you need to be very good with your ideas. Organizing ideas are important. You would tell me, how would I organize my idea and I don't know what is the topic of the essay that I will be given in the exam? No, don't do that. What you need to do is to organize what you are going to write in any whole topic. Your opinion need to be in conclusion. The topic sentence, you are going to take it from the title that it's giving to you, or you're going to talk about, or you're going to make that title. So don't get confused. It's very important to stay focused, stay concentrated, and it will not be any problem. Too many ideas, as I discussed here. He's continue talking about like, he don't like, and here he gave example. After giving example, he came here and he said that they can also know their children more by talking to their teacher. Now, this can be with the first one. The monitor part of the TV and cutting down, those are in the same sentence. You don't need to separate them with period. Period or full stop. You cannot separate those because they are both continuing ideas together, and that's why this is not in its place. Why? Because there's 2 sentences here and they are not connected. How they are connected if you read it without focusing on the full stop. But this, on the other hand, what this? If I see this, I need to look at this sentence and I look. What do you mean by this? Cutting down on this might help his concentration. What do you mean by this? I have to go up. I have to check. What do he mean by this? Okay, TV. Okay, very nice. He mean TV. Okay, cool. But why the full stop here? Okay, so keep that in mind. Be careful. Now, number 4 here. Good point. Here, let me write for you. Sorry. Concrete examples. Concrete examples. Concrete, which mean tough, which means strong. Something that I can hold on to. You can provide me always with examples anywhere, everywhere. Okay? But solid, rugged, concrete examples. Okay? You are in this paragraph, you are giving a very good point. There is no problems. You conclude a lot of ideas. However, here, such as, this is considered an example, such as books he likes to read or favorite science topics. That's cool, that's nice. But what about giving a more concrete examples? For example, maybe education galleries, maybe camping, maybe other stuff that, and let's focus on the culture, the English culture, the camps, the board schools and stuff, anything that you can offer. Those examples are not bad, but we can get to much higher level of concrete examples. This is what I'm trying to point for you for number 4. Then jumping to 5. 5. 5. This is, I need to relax. I need to drink my juice for it. Okay. Pet peeve. As you can read here, this is a pet peeve, which means it's very annoying for someone. This is also in idiom for you. However, don't use it with the academic reading. You need to use this with general reading if you are into that. Pet peeve, which mean you are annoyed of something. What I wrote here, I think once. When you think about something, you are writing in your paragraph multiple stuff, and this is talking about opinion, your point of view, and you don't have to write in each paragraph of your essay, I think. You don't have to do that. Do not commit this mistake. I think it needs to be used once, and that's my own personal recommendation, and you can find other instructors who can agree with this point. So I think when I hear the word or the two words, the phrase I think, there is an opinion coming up head. Okay, so when you use I think, don't use it in the first paragraph, don't use it in the main ideas, don't use it then in the conclusion. There is only one place where you can use I think, and you can put it either in introduction to add your own experience or in conclusion. However, I recommend in conclusion. Don't do that. It's really annoying. Like, why are you writing everywhere I think, I believe, I bet, and moving on to it? Why would you express so much opinions in a paragraph? You are talking about something. You're talking about schools and everything. So there isn't only one topic you're talking about. This case we have parents make the best teachers. So you don't have to express so much opinions here. Your only opinion is going to be, do you agree with this title or you are not agreeing? Now, that's also depending on what he will ask you. Do you agree or disagree, or what is your opinion? And this is on the other hand, you have to commit to the questions. You have to follow the questions that he give you. You need to address all the questions that are giving to you. So if he's telling you, express your opinion, do you agree or disagree? You need to write it. Or express your opinion, that's a different whole perspective. You really need to understand what you are going to write there. So I think it's a pet peeve. So don't do that. Try to mention I think only in one time, and do your best not to commit those mistakes. So what we have here, don't commit a double whammy. Now I'm using those expressions because it might not make you forget them. Okay, so don't try too hard. Try too hard to make him understand. Don't try too hard to impress him. Again, he's not going to evaluate how good you are. He's going to evaluate your English and your flow of the language and your flow of the understanding of it. So don't commit double whammy here. Don't write so much things which are unnecessary, redundant. The company, you don't need to write at the company because the chief executive officer is in the company, of course. Who's running the company? Here we talked about the idioms. Use them when you know how to use them and why are you using them. It's very important. Then jumping here to the second paragraph I wrote for you here is the topic sentence is important, an introduction where you are going to show the reader that you are going to talk or you're going to discuss this thing in this paragraph, in this body paragraph. Ideas, you need to organize your ideas in a way that the reader can be comfortable reading them. You need to be careful when you are giving an example. Try to give not a shallow, give a solid, concrete example so that the reader can follow up on and understand it, and also give you a higher score for it. And here we have the last part is the opinion, what you think, the agreement of the passage or the article that you are giving, and so on. So make sure to commit to the stuff. This is what I think they are very important and you really need to focus on. One, don't try hard. No topic sentence is not good. Too many ideas not good, and concrete examples are essential. And don't say I think a lot. Okay, so this is for the first hour. Second hour we will continue, but we will continue with the grammar errors. Grammar errors that might occur in the IELTS test, and we're going to talk also about it on our second hour. So I will make sure to listen to you guys. So until I go 10 minutes break, then I will be back to continue grammar errors in IELTS. And you need to be careful with not the grammar tenses, like it can be tenses, but there's other stuff that you need to focus on. I want you to write any questions concerning IELTS, or are you curious of anything that you have no idea about? I can explain it to you. So 10 minutes, I will take 10 minutes break, and the live chat will be open. So make sure to write your comments if you have a question, if you have any type of request you would like me to discuss with you. That's my pleasure. So I will see you in 10 minutes, beautiful, gorgeous people. So stick here. I see you in 10 minutes. We're going break and we will be right back.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world for the joy and smile, a world where everyone will lead by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world, Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance, do what do, Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justinglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justinglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Hello, how are you? This is Ali again, coming to you from Just English. How are you? How is everyone? I like to start with like, hey, how are you? How is everyone? Hi. You brought your drinks, your coffee? How is everything? You're good? Are you still here? Or I am alone? Oh my god. Hi. Hello to the aliens. Hi. Hey, where are you? Let me put it in yellow. I like the yellow color. It's beautiful. Hey, people. Okay. There's something wrong with my phone. I can see. Yes. Now it's good. Okay. So I guess today I will start alone without you. You need to be here, otherwise I will kill each and every one of you. So we discussed first hour the writing common mistakes. This is the grammar errors, and the way I see it, it can be for writing and speaking if you're talking. And however, talking will not be as hard as writing, but you need to be careful with this stuff. So without any waiting, let's get right into it. If you are ready, I'm ready. Are you ready, by the way? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm waiting you. Are you ready? Where are you people? Oh my god. I see you. Yes, our Just English just remind me that we need to give likes to our YouTube channel and share the videos, please. Thank you so much. Miss Gemra, ready? Okay. So grammar errors, as we have here, the or the or the. Now the or the, this is for a speaking part. Now if I say the letter starts with another word. Let's give example why I'm doing that. Unbelievable. Okay, so I have the cat. This is very easy. And art. I want you just to focus on little tiny eeny meeny tiny little thing here. As you can see, I am okay. So, as you see here, I will try to make it bigger for you. As you can see here, the only sometimes wrong in pronunciation for student is this. So, the cat, the art, or the art, the cat. Now, the idea here, if here you see a consonant letter which means all the letters except the vowels which are A, I, U, O, and E. Except for those, if you find this is a consonant letter here, you will say that the cat, the cat, the cat. But if you see a vowel here, as you can see it, then you need to say the art or the oyster. The oyster. I don't know if you know oyster. Oyster, I believe in Turkish, it's like media. Media is this little thing. I don't know, Turkish people eat like very fast, I don't know. So here, the oyster. The. Here, the. Here, the. Okay, I just want to focus on pronunciation here. After we will go to the grammar errors. Okay, so if you got this, that's perfect. So consonant letter, the art, vowel, the art, the oyster. Okay, keep that in mind. With practice, everything will be perfect for you. Don't worry. Now here we have the use the. Now this is multiple stuff where we are using the word the, and as you see for number one is if there is only one thing of something. If there is only one thing of something. So I say the internet, the space, the earth, the internet. Let me give extra examples. Maybe you can relate to. The earth. It's only one. At least this is what we know. There is no aliens. There is no UFOs. So the space. This is what we are aware of. This is what we know. There is only one space, or any astronauts, they can argue with that, but that's what I think. So this is what we have. If there is only one of something, the internet, the earth, the space. This is when we use the word. Then here another one with cardinal numbers. Cardinal numbers. It's one example, but we can go broad. He won the third. He won the third, the fourth, and moving on to it. This is our examples. This is used with cardinals. Now, maybe you tell me like, do I have to memorize everything here? No. What you need to know is to recognize where are you using the or the, and understand where is it used, and when you speak and when you practice so much, you will understand how you use it. Superlatives. The worst. He is the best pilot ever. And so on. Two ways we can use the. And sometimes the is used very, 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 very badly. And I don't want you to do that. Please. Then here we have with places where the name refers to a group of island or states. So the USA, because inside the USA there is a states. That's what he's trying to say. Can you give me any example of this part? I'm out of example, sorry. Can you give me any example? Remember, place where the name refers to a group of island or states. Can I see any example from you? Beautiful, gorgeous, outstanding people. Yes? Any examples? For example, here we have the state. Can we have any other example? Place where the name refers to a group of islands or states. Place where there's so much islands. Can we? No, we can't. That's a no. That's a no. If we're talking about Hawaii, it's a one island. Hawaii. However, there is little islands, but we don't say the Hawaii. We just say Hawaii. I will hold on to that. UK. Ah, Miss Jemmer, she said UK. The UK. Is there cities or countries? You can say the UK. Thank you, that was easy. Thank you, Miss Jamra. I will send you a pocket of chocolates because you are interacting with us today in our lesson. Thank you. Island. Ah, interesting. Yep. Okay, then other part where we are using nouns which describe general things. Exercise is good for body. For the body. Why? Because which part of the body we're talking about? There is no a particular part. So describe a general things. Can we have a sentence here? Exercise is good for the body. For the body. Try to generalize the idea. Japan full of islands. Ah. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Here we have people who know about the countries. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to write here the Japan. Okay. However, you need to be very sure because I'm not quite sure about this one. The Netherlands. Ah, there is. Wow. Indonesia too. Ah, that's perfect. Yes. The Netherlands. And we have here the Indonesia. We generally say Indonesia. I'm not very quite sure. So what about this one, guys? Welcome, by the way, Miss Asma, Miss Fatma Noor. Welcome. What about this one? Before nouns which describe general things. For example, exercise is good for the body. The body, he does not mention the legs, the thighs, the stomach, the chest, the arms, the legs. They didn't describe anything. So the body is general. So can we use it in another sentence maybe? Can we put it in a sentence? General. Maybe we can use the USA. You can say, for example, why it's capital? Head. Ah, no, head is specific. However, there is only one head. You can say this one. I traveled to the USA. Did you see? I didn't say I went to New York, Los Angeles, Mississippi, Wisconsin. I didn't say. Okay? So, I traveled to the USA. That's very general. You see? It's very easy. It's very simple. I just used the first, the one which is before. Before abstract nouns used to describe a situation, process, quality, or change. Now, this one I really need an example, fellas. Can you help me out with this one? Before abstract noun used to describe a situation, process, quality, or a change. Can we have an example for this one? Can we have an example for this one? An abstract noun. An abstract noun. Can we have any examples? Abstract nouns. Can I have? Anyone? Abstract noun? Where is your examples? Where is your examples? No? Let's see. Nice. So we can say yesterday. Thank you. Why it's capital? Yeah. Yesterday. Dream. I had. Can you put it in example, Miss Jemra, for us? If I ask you, what is the dream for you? Would you get this question? The dream. What I mean here. Abstract nouns, guys. It can be anger, it can be love, it can be dream. So if I ask this, Miss Jemre, what is the dream for you? What would be your answer? There is only that one dream that you have. That is the point of the question. What is the dream for you? This question is used commonly in they use it with, you know, journalists and so on. They ask celebrities, what is the dream for you? Like, what is the dream? That one dream that you are having, or you're wanting to have. You want to come true. Thank you. I will kill you. There is no much examples. I will kill you. Where is my students? My students are coming only with upper intermediate and intermediate. Oh my god. What do you think about the goats? Oh, okay. Welcome, Mr. Lai. Yes. Yeah, it's good. Yes, ghosts. Yes. Yeah, what do you think of the ghosts? Yes, that's nice, Mr. Lai. I was like, goats? Oh my god. Yes. Learn is a very fun for who want to be learned. Miss Fatma Noor, she says, creativity requires the courage to let go of certainties urged from. Wow, yes. That's actually a good one. Thank you, Miss Fatma Noor. Yes, ghost. So the courage here, the courage, or courage. Thank you. Beautiful. Jumping here. Now, this is a lot of students that are like, what? What are you talking about? Yes, I'm talking about this one. Guys, you are not quite focused with this one. I need to make you a bit focused. You are forgetting countable and uncountable nouns. Some students that I know, they have problem with this. 3 dog. Why the hell is it 3 dog? Why? There's an S. The dream for me, the appearance of the subconscious or something else. Wow, that's quite deep. Thank you, Miss Jemra. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's deep. Yes. Thank you. Yes. The courage, the dream, the love, and moving on. Number 2, now we have the countable and uncountable nouns. So she has 3 dogs. Some of you guys really have a problem with this part where they possibly forget the fact that this is 3 dogs, and they just like 3 dog. 3 dog? Do you mean 3-legged dog or 3-eyed dog? What's that? Okay, so please be careful. Thank you again, Ms. Jamra. So be careful when you are using such words like this. Be careful. She has 3 dogs. I own a house. This is one of the things really occur in IELTS and you need to focus on. For number 2, fellas, we have a noun-verb agreement. What is that? The verb must agree with the noun. If you use a plural noun, you must use a plural verb and vice versa. Again, if you understand it, give me an example of that. If you understand it, give me an example of that. Yes, give me an example of that. It's noun-verb agreement. So if the verb is a plural, then the noun is plural, and vice versa. Can you give me any example of this one? Noun, verb. This is you need to understand. The noun and verbs are... No, this is wrong. Like this, equal. Any example? Noun and verb. We had one before. This one is also correct. But this is not verb. This is just noun. So, any example here? Noun and verb. Cat, learn. Yes. Can you put it in an example? Very cool. Give me a sentence. Can I have a sentence, please? Thank you. Can I have a sentence? Maybe Miss Jamra, Miss Esma, Miss Fatma Nur, she can provide us with a sentence. Feel, advice. Nice. Okay. Sentence I want. Sentence I want. Can I have a sentence? Noun, verb, agreement. Can I have a noun, verb agreement? Anyone? Hello from me. Anyone? Anyone? Mother advised me to be far of troubles. It's very important advice. Love is the most beautiful. My sister sings. This is a present. Simple. Let's see here. Mother advised me to be far of troubles. It's very important advice. My sister sing anger. You can say anger, yes. 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 Let's see. Let's see, guys. Anyone? Anyone? Sister is noun. Sings is verb. So let's use this as a singular maybe. Yes. Sings is verb. My sister sings. That's a present simple. Sing is... Am I right? You got me confused here. My mother, let's use this one, advised me to... it's correct. Why? No problem, we can use it. Yes, little. Little, Miss Jamra, yes. Stay out of troubles. Maybe this is... Yes. Give me a sentence and I will discuss number 4. Okay. Number 4. ing or 2 plus infinitive. I did actually a video, a live stream video about this one, and you can check it out. We used 2 plus infinitive to avoid troubles or to be far off troubles. Yes. Yes, Miss Esma, yes, thank you. Let me highlight here. Verb after the following verb. Use to infinitive verb after the following verb. Learn, how, would like, and you have here want, seem, refuse, promise, prepare, offer, learn, hope, help, deserve, decide, afford, and ask. If you ask me, do I have to memorize all of that? I say to you, no. By practice, you're going to use them all. Learn, to learn how, would like to, I want to, it seems, and to refuse, to promise, to prepare, to offer, to learn, to hope, to help, to deserve, to decide, to afford, and to ask. Now, we can go through all that, but again, with the practice, you will try to get that level of understanding to or ing. However, those are also using ing, deciding, deserving, and so on. 5 here, the article. The article. Sometimes IELTS students tend to use articles where it need not to be used. So you should include a and an before adjective singular noun combinations, a very small percentage, a really strong argument. Some exceptions include the word of. This is not of, by the way. Just like, let's get this one. This is of. It's the. After the noun phrase, a wide range of, an equal number of, a large, small number of, a small, large, equal proportion of. Exceptions here, quite few people. A quite few people. Not a quite few people. Quite a few people. To a certain extent or degree. Can I have an example here, maybe? An example here. using an article. Maybe I have a sentence here where Miss Fatmanur, I think she said, no. I believe Miss Fatmanur deleted it. Can I have a sentence where we are using a and an? For example, yes, follow us, guys. For example, what? Yes, this is a very useful. Yes, this is a very useful lesson. A very. Thank you. And let's say, let's put it this little up. Thank you, Miss Esma. And let's have another sentence. This sentence is used a lot, and I would like to share it with you. Is someone gave you a flowers, okay? So you would say, what a beautiful combination of flowers. A beautiful. We have here another one. I won't give you an example. I won't give you. Okay, give me example. However, you used an example. That's good. A number of people refused the proposal. Yes. Yes. A number of people refuse the proposal. Thank you, Miss Fatman. That was beautiful. And the series goes on and on and on and on. Now, you need to get this part where you don't have just to write. You have to speak like this. With practice, again, practice speaking to yourself. There is always ways where we can talk to ourselves and describing a few things. Like you walking in the streets, you want to speak in Turkish, stop yourself. And it's like, let me speak in English. Wow, the traffic lights are beautiful today. Okay, so this is how I mostly use my English in a very fun way. Use of commas. Commas. That's what we just discussed earlier in the first hour. In the IELTS writing test, you often use phrases called discourse markers or linking phrases to link our ideas together. Now, this is important. You have such as, this is the lack of knowledge can be very bad. Such as, firstly, secondly, in conclusion. In conclusion can be in the last paragraph of the writing. In summary, last paragraph. We normally use comma after discourse marks that introduces a sentence. Firstly, here, comma. The main cause of pollution is motor vehicles. I agree, it's oil companies. On the other hand, motor vehicles are said to be the main cause. I want to show you something about this one, by the way. Let me find it here. We have this appendix. I want to show you something. Those are used with commas. Sometimes not, sometimes yes. So while you have, this is comparison sentences. You have while, we have whereas, and the explanation of it, of course. Although, there is sometimes comma, but not always with comma. And here, less and fewer than. This is when you are using, this is how we connect ideas. It's not only writing a sentence and finishing it. No, it's about connecting ideas. So here, than, few or less. And here we have others where similar to, same as, and continuation. Let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to show you. And you need to keep in mind something, guys. You need to keep your knowledge a bit wider by reading multiple sources. For example, we have nevertheless. Have you ever used nevertheless? Have you ever used this one? Do we have... Did you use this one? Nevertheless. Nevertheless. Have you ever heard of it? Do you know it exists? This one also used with comma, and you continue your sentence. Remember, trying to point out the mistakes that it might occur. Verb tenses. Okay, when you start your paragraph, you need to understand what are you writing about so that you can understand what are you going to use in terms of tenses. Which tense are you going to use? Is this the past tense? Are you going to use the past tense and the past perfect tense? Are you going to use present or future? Understanding the type of writing is important and careful. There is forgivable mistakes where a reader can forgive you for your grammar mistakes, but others unforgivable, so be careful. As I said, yes, consider which of tense you should use in your essay. Jumping to 8, prepositions after adjectives and nouns. Prepositions after adjectives and nouns. Students often get confused about which preposition to use with adjective and noun. This happens a lot. Now, if you check the language, there is a lot of words, adjectives or nouns that are used with a particular preposition. Example, keen on, a lot. Afraid of, I'll try to be a good person. Thank you, Ms. Jamra. Yes, correct. Keen on, afraid of. Can you give me another adjectives we can use the preposition with? Anger of. Depend on. Yes, nice. Perfect, Miss Asma. Yes, so sometimes responsible for. Yes. Perfect. Now, some of them are easy. As you can see, you can take, like you say in Turkish, kalıp. You can take this adjective or verb with or noun with the preposition and follow it up. But sometimes you need to understand that some of them might be wrong depending on the context, depending on the sentence. Insist in, and consist of. Also, this is a little something for me. Now, here, yes, you can say that. Good to, and the list goes on and on and on. So if you are a kind of person who got confused what preposition I'm going to use, make sure to manage those parts where are you using the noun and adjectives with the prepositions. Other hands, you can check them later and also you can practice them. And remember, with reading comes a huge amount of vocabularies and prepositions and adjectives and so on. Yes, Miss Asma, nice. Good at. Yes, good at. And here we have what she said. Yes, take care of. Yes. Now, this is because they are so common. This is where it's used. Other are not. For example, let's go with this one. This is sometimes we use it. talking about. About is also a preposition. Some of you don't know that. You need to know your prepositions also. That's very important. So beside, in, on, at, there is for, there is about, and of course we used of, and we have also for, no, for I did, from. It sometimes can be used as a preposition. So besides knowing the fact that there is a lot of adjectives and nouns with a preposition, there are prepositions that you need to be familiar with and you need to use on your daily basis. Look for, yes. Yes, look for here, it's kind of like, I'm sorry. Look for here, which means search, it's a phrasal verb. Come from, yes. And a lot, yes. So you understand what I mean. Okay, guys? So be careful with this one. Let's see here. Yes. So I guess this is it for today. This is it. This is what I wanted you to talk about, and this is what we discussed today. So we have 9 minutes. Do you have any questions concerning IELTS? Do you know, are you familiar with the times of each question of IELTS? How many minutes? Do you know the sections of the IELTS? Do you need anything when we are talking about a specific part of those mistakes? So here we have preposition, adjective, nouns, verb tenses, use of commas, punctuation markers, important. Here, a and an, the articles, ing and infinitive, noun verb agreement together, the countable, uncountable nouns. There's plenty of buzzwords. Now, how you have that knowledge of knowing everything in English language? Let's talk about this one. How can you be capable of understanding everything? Reading so much, one of the things. Watching wide range of videos, documentaries, movies, drama, science fiction, horror movies, action, comedy, mystery, the way you want it. What type of movies you like, go ahead. But reading is important. Now, reading and watching movies not enough. You need to write. Look, I have plenty of notebooks. You need to write so much. It's very important that you keep on writing. Writing, it's very good. Our memory is amazing, but when we write, it's like we are printing it. We are putting it in our head. We cannot delete this information. After you do that, you need to practice. I am sure in our branches in Just English, we have instructors are more than happy to help you out. Just communicate with them, and I am sure they will help you out to communicate, to practice, to adapt to the language, to understand the culture, and to organize your ideas, your thoughts for preparing for IELTS. IELTS, it's not something very difficult. It's not impossible, and even the impossible can be possible sometimes. It's not something that you need to be scared of or afraid of. It's something that you need to understand, comprehend, and after achieve and eventually accomplish. English IELTS is a skill. It's a way of life. It's understanding the culture of the English people, the British American English people. So be sure and be confident that there will not be any problems whatsoever in your English language if you are working very hard. And this is also we say that hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. This is very important for you guys. And remember, English language is a skill. It's not a rocket science. It's not something quite difficult I can't understand. With writing, with organizing, with communicating with other people, having friends on multiple parts of the globe, the country, makes you understand the culture more and more. And always, if there is a chance of traveling in any foreign country, such as like UK, Australia, Canada, America, any English speaking country, take that chance, go experience your language, check it out. But for now, keep on watching our podcast here on Just English. We are trying to provide you with every information possible, with every each and mistake and error in IELTS. That's what I'm doing here today. And we have also another instructors who are completely powerful, and they are completely understandable the fact that the students are learning and they need much help, and they are very open-minded to ideas. They can help you out with the multiple misconception of English language if you have any. So we are here always to help you out, and I've been with you today, and we talked about mistakes and about IELTS. And remember, there is plenty of resources. Try to pick your own resource and try to prepare for your exam. And stay focused, stay concentrated, sleep well. Those are all things that can affect the day of your exam. And I would like to say to you, best of luck. And I am here in Just English. If you like to communicate with me, if you have any questions whatsoever, make sure to ask away. You can check my videos after it's posted. You can write under the video with comments. I will be very sure to respond to your comments. I did before, and I am doing it, and I will do it. Because I want to help as much students as possible to accomplish their goals when it comes to English language. So that's it for me today. This is Ali Aradi, and I am today your instructor to show you the mistakes that might occur in IELTS. And remember, with practice, you will be perfect, and hard work pays off. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Esma. Thank you, Ms. Jamra. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you feel like this lesson is helpful for you, if you think that people can benefit from this lesson, make sure to share it with the world. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share to our videos, and also follow our Instagram. There you can find all the news about Just English branches and everything. But for now, thank you so much. Stay quarantined, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will hopefully see you one day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a spectacular day, or what left of today. Thank you so much. See you on another lesson. Bye bye.